Hi, and welcome to the Get Local podcast. I am your host, JoAnne Fowler, and I am thrilled to do these podcasts each and every week as we bring in these local businesses and some local causes that we can talk to you about, because the upstate is just filled with some amazing little hidden gems. And so today in the 864 Sound Studio here at Sweet Briar in Greenville, South Carolina, we have Scott McMahon from Cafe West. Welcome, Scott.
Hi.
I am so glad that you came in to join us today.
Thank you.
Well, I had asked you to come in and talk with me because I met you. You own a coffee shop here in town, and you are so much more than a coffee shop. I just loved our conversation when we were talking about how you got started and kind of what you do there, and then a new cause that you're involved in. So I want to kind of start off. Tell me a little bit about Cafe West.
We opened in actually 2 years ago, sometime this month. I forget the exact date. It all runs together. It's been a very interesting journey to get here.
So tell me why a coffee shop?
Well, I fell into the restaurant business a long time ago. It's fun. I'm not really a 9 to 5 kind of sit behind a desk person. Mm-hmm. It engages my brain on all kinds of levels. The business level that stuff is super fun to me. I like the creativity. I enjoy meeting people, getting to know their stories. So it was more than just a job. I have fun at work.
Yeah. Now, when I came into your coffee shop, one of the things I realized is, like a typical coffee shop, you're going to go in and get some pastries and maybe a cup of coffee or some tea or hot chocolate. But you actually you have a menu that you serve lunch.
Yeah, we do breakfast and lunch. It's sort of almost like a locally owned Panera Bread. And then we roast our own coffee, which is the other reason why we're here.
Right. The other reason we're here. Now, tell me a little bit about your coffee shop, because now your coffee shop's I love the flow and the vibe that you have. So tell us a little bit how that makes you different than maybe some of the other coffee shops in town.
I just created an environment I liked. The decor, working with local artists. We change the art every couple of weeks. I have picked every single song on the playlist. I don't know. It's just me in a cafe form, so to speak, and people like it. So
now you mentioned your playlist. Tell us a little bit about your playlist. What are they going to hear when they come into Cafe West?
60s and 70s bluesy rock music. I try to work hard to keep some of the mainstream stuff out. Find some, like you said earlier, hidden gems.
Yeah, so. Hidden gems. And I like that because earlier, before we actually started the podcast, you said you don't put on a lot of the real popular music. You like to bring in some hidden gems so that people are hearing maybe music that they haven't heard in a while, or maybe they've never even heard before.
I think one of at least for me, one of life's greatest things is, for me, sharing music with other people. And so you can listen to Rock 101 and hear the classic every time. You'll hear them multiple times a day. So I wanted to be a little different.
Now, you're kind of in the heart of downtown Greenville. So what made you kind of choose to go into the Greenville area?
Well, I started in the entrepreneurial cafe stuff a long time ago. We had a cafe in the library. Then from there, we moved to the old county square. And then an opportunity arose on Coffee Street. And I took that giant leap, and things are going really well. That's
amazing. Now, the other thing that I really liked, and it's going to kind of lead us into this cause that you're working on, but I loved that the artwork that you have in the coffee shop. So tell us a little bit about that, how you're actually helping those artists in the area.
Each month, or actually every 2 months, we pick 2 new artists, hang them on the wall. We don't charge anything. There's no commissions, none of that stuff. After working with artists for a while now, I know how hard they work. I know how hard they have to hustle. I admire their creativity and then the hustle. Like, wow, they work hard at it. We throw a opening night show. Everybody gets together and we pick a charity, and whatever beer and wine we sell that night, we just help out a little bit that way. And it gets to showcase all the local talent here. And you get to meet some fantastic people.
So the great thing is if someone comes in for either breakfast or lunch, or maybe they're just stopping in to meet with a client over a cup of coffee and they see some pictures hanging on the wall, some artwork, they can actually buy the artwork while they're there.
Yep.
So they can walk out the door with some artwork. I think that's fantastic.
Yeah, and all the artists they're wonderful to work with. We've had so much fun with them.
Well, and the real reason we're here today, I know you said, when you and I first talked, you was like, I don't like to talk about myself. I don't really like to talk about the coffee shop, but you do like to talk about the cause. So tell me a little bit about Coffee for Change. What is that, and why are you doing it?
Well, a long time ago, we got taught how to roast coffee, and took us a while to figure out how to sell it. But our passion was more, how do you connect to the community? How do you be part of the solution rather than not part of the solution? And then through happenstance, some connections, a local CEO of a charity asked, how can we figure out how to sell coffee to help raise his cause, which is the opioid problem in South Carolina. So myself, Mike, Dustin, put our heads together, and we came up with Coffee for Change, where every bag of coffee sold is partnered with a charity, a cause here in our community.
And so what is going to be your first cause? What do y'all get? Because you're getting ready to launch a cause, correct?
Yes. It's the organization is called Just Say Something. And while they do many things for young people, the part we're playing is in the opioid problem in South Carolina. That's the first cause. So
tell me about your launch. When is that officially going to launch?
Well, we're throwing a huge event July 11th at Fire Forge. I found two bands that I personally love, and the young men that are in the bands, they know the problem of the opioids in the music community. They've been super helpful, open to helping bring the music community and bring their awareness to the problem of the opioids. So
the event is at Fire Forge?
Yes, Fire Forge. It's from 6 to 9. We'll start at 6. Dr. Don and the Medicine Men are going to be the opening band.
Okay.
Kind of 50s high energy rockabilly, and then Hurt and Skip will be performing after that. The headliners, more blues rock. The young man can play the guitar. Oof, it's fantastic. All the charities will be there. We'll have a tent out where you can buy coffee. You get to talk to any of the members of the boards and the charities, because it's more than just one charity. They have partners that they're going to be distributing funds and throughout our community. So you get to meet any of them and really thank them for all the hard work they do behind the scenes that no one really pays attention to.
So my understanding is Just Say Something is going to be the main individual. They're the main company who's going to receive the funding, and then they will distribute the funding to other organizations that also help with the opioid crisis, correct?
Yes. NAMI, Mental Health of America, RISE, and I'm sure I'm forgetting some. There's more. And then part of what Just Say Something's mission is creating or purchasing pill bottles that are tamper resistant, which saves pills from being stolen. That they do all kinds of things that way. So come down and meet them on the 11th, and I'm sure they'll have all kinds of ways they can explain
and
what
get
they're
some more
doing.
information from them. All right, so you're going to have your kickoff on the 11th, and they'll have an opportunity to buy coffee. So how does it work? They're going to go in and buy a bag of coffee, and a percentage of that proceeds will then go to your goal?
Yes, 50% of the proceeds go to the charity.
Okay, 50%. And so I also understand you have a membership program with coffee. Is that correct? A subscription?
Right. So they'll be able to buy coffee at the event, but the driver of it will be the website called Get Coffee for Change. So this isn't a one-time fundraising effort. As you purchase coffee throughout the year, you can create a subscription where it just shows up at your door once a month, or you can save the shipping and stop by Cafe West and pick it up. It creates a sustainable revenue for Just Say Something, the cause, and then as we expand into other causes, you can pick your personal choice of where you want your donation to go.
I think that's great. And you mentioned earlier, so you're kind of launching it with this Just Say Something opioids crisis, but you've also mentioned that you're talking to other nonprofits as well, correct?
Yes, the fantastic ladies at Pendleton Place that help homelessness for young adults. I got to meet them years ago, and homelessness is sort of an issue that I'm well aware of. I think we talked a little bit about who I know in that thing. So they'll be up next, and after that, it's whatever cause that happens to come across. If someone wants to contact us, it's coffee. It's easy. We're happy to help any way we can in our community. It's our way of, our talent and our service to our community.
I think that's great that you're giving back, and you're very focused on, helping sustain local artists. For instance, going to using Fireforge, is that the name of it? Fireforge, and then the art in your displayed in your shop. And then also we can let our audience know, because you just had a film company that came and filmed at the coffee shop, correct?
Oh man, that was so much fun to watch. I, as everybody is, I'm a huge fan of movies, so we volunteered the place for to shoot a movie scene. It was super fascinating watching behind the scenes, how they do it, all the little tricks that you don't know that go on. And two of our employees are going to be in the scene, so those young ladies are thrilled to the moon.
That's fantastic. Do you know the name of the film yet?
Oh shoot. Not Looking for Love.
Not Looking for Love. So we're going to have to look for that so that we can see your staff and Cafe West featured in that film. That's fantastic. All right, so go back. Tell me, what's the name of the website again?
GetCoffeeForChange.com.
So GetCoffeeForChange.com. Now, when our listeners go to GetCoffeeForChange.com, right now, they'll only be able to choose Just Say Something. Is that correct? But then you'll begin to add other nonprofits?
We're finishing up the Pendleton Place page, and then as we roll along, there'll be more options. We'll spotlight different causes. So yeah, we just are offering our services to others. That's it.
Great. Now, Scott, what if someone wants, because there's hundreds and hundreds of nonprofits in just Greenville County.
I think there's over 4,000.
Yeah, so then you start expanding into South Carolina. There's even more. So if someone is interested in becoming a part of your program and they want to apply for their nonprofit to be on that list, how do they get in contact with you?
They can get on the website. There's a contact us form, which comes to me. They can call Cafe West, and I'm almost virtually always there, except for now. So email us, call us. We're pretty easy to get in touch with. The Instagram thing, I don't know how you send messages through that, but one of us will read it.
Okay. And then as far as who you're going to add, would you just add anybody, or do you have some criteria?
No. We'll pick based on need. Who can't get behind the opioid problem? Like, we all know what's going on.
That's right.
And if you're waiting for the government to fix it, good luck.
Well, and we didn't get to the place that we're at with the opioid crisis overnight, and we're not going to fix it overnight. And so that's why the subscription, I really like that idea. I think that's fantastic, because we need to invest in it for the long haul until we can, either completely get rid of opioids to the degree of that it's being abused, or until we have it manageable. Because right now we have neither one.
I've lived all over the country. I've made sure I traveled. This is the first place I've ever lived where support local, get local really means something. You hear it in other places, but you don't feel it. But here you feel it, and we just want to, like I keep saying, it's our services to our community. If you want a better place to live, then you pitch in and roll up your sleeves and go to work.
And make a difference. Do you guys have a goal that you're reaching for? Is there a number of bags you want to sell or amount of money you want to raise?
There's been goals bantied about. I'm not sure if I would want to actually say it. So the goal is to especially this is our first time doing it. We have learned a lot of lessons the hard way. We're going to do the best we can, as much as we can do. So we're going to take the music on the road to Columbia and Charleston, and reach as many people as we can.
I think that's fantastic. Well, tell us a little bit about the types of coffee you can get. So if they go to your website, they're buying a bag of coffee, or they can subscribe and get 1 bag a month, or they can get 2 bags a month, whatever they're looking for. Do you ship that information do you ship their products to them, or do they have to come pick them up?
Both. I mean, it's just like every other commodity sold on the internet. We started with 5 coffees. We've picked there's a sampling from all regions of the world. And that's super fun to like all the global coffees. There's Pacific Rim, Africa, and the Latin American, the rainforest region. We'll be adding more coffees as we roll along, we get bigger. We'll ship it to your house, or you can stop by the cafe and pick it up and listen to music, hang out, say hi. Just like every other.
So tell us the times that you're open. When can people come by and visit the restaurant?
Monday through Friday. Or actually, we just open Saturdays now. So Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. until 2:30. And we are looking to expand those even further going forward.
Okay. And tell us a little bit about your breakfast menu. So if someone wants to come in for breakfast, what kind of foods do you serve?
Oh, breakfast sandwiches, grits, French toast, scrambled eggs, the breakfast pastries.
Okay.
And then coffee.
And then lunch. I know you'll have some special items that y'all serve. So tell me a little bit about your lunch menu.
We make everything in-house. The soups are really cool. We have fun because we're not really pigeonholed into one type of cuisine. We get to pick whatever we want. Sandwiches, salads, wraps. We're not really reinventing the wheel. We have fun doing what we do. And so.
Now, what about DoorDash? Are you guys on like the DoorDash and those type of?
DoorDash, Uber Eats, and Grubhub. Yes.
Oh, fantastic. So now what is Cafe West website?
CafeWestGVL.com.
Okay. And you said you were on Coffee Street. Give us your address.
206 East Coffee Street. It's right across from the new federal courthouse.
And are you on any social media? And if so, which ones?
Instagram. It's Cafe West GVL, I think. You would know better than I do.
I believe that's it.
Facebook with the same handle. Are there any more social medias?
Are you on TikTok?
Not yet.
Not TikTok.
The young people are they're after me to join.
To join TikTok.
We'll see.
All right. And then again, we're kind of at the end of the show, but give us again one more time. What is the website for the fundraiser?
GetCoffeeForChange.com.
Now, I will tell you that Get Local has set a goal. We would like to sell a minimum, we'd like to sell more than this, but we'd like to sell a minimum of 3,000 bags. So what that means is we're asking for our listeners and our viewers to sign up. So we want you to go to this website. We want you to sign up. And when you make a purchase, at the end, you can put in Get Local as the code, and it'll help us track how many bags of coffee are being sold as a result of hearing this on the show today through Get Local. So help us. 3,000 bags of coffee would be a tremendous impact in our local community and stopping the drug problem, right?
We're looking forward to pushing out a lot more information through the social media after the concert. It's amazing how much just one bag of coffee, the impact you can create. So we're putting all that together, research, and we'll be sharing it with you. And I'll be happy to roast all that coffee for you.
Look, we want you guys to follow us on Get Local, because you're going to see more and more information as Scott provides us with the details. We're going to begin to put that on our website as well. We'll also put that on all of our social media posts. So there's more information coming, but July 11th, the time again?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock at Fire Forge. We want you guys to be there. You'll hear more information then. Follow us on Get Local to get more information.
Yep.
In the meantime, listen, Cafe West is a great staple. I know they've only been here for 2 years, but you're making an impact in our community, Scott. So we
you are
appreciate.
very kind. It has been so fantastic getting to know you the last couple of weeks.
Well, we really appreciate everything that you guys do for the community, from the artist to now, helping with the nonprofits. Your place is an amazing place to take customers for business, for pleasure, for fun, just to come and hang out. And so I hope that our listeners will come see you on Coffee Street, which is really kind of funny. Cafe West, coffee shop, restaurant on Coffee Street. Y'all check them out. Listen, thank you so much for following us. We love to bring in these hidden gems to y'all. We love to get behind those local causes, especially the one like Scott's talking about today. And look, we also love our 864 Sound, Brandon Higginbotham, who is the owner, who produces these amazing podcasts for us. Thank you all for following us. You can listen to us on all of the podcast platforms that are out there: Apple, Amazon, of course, Buzzsprout. We have our video on YouTube. We hope that you guys will follow us. Reach out to Brandon. He is definitely a sound engineer. He can do anything from sound, music, recordings. He was just telling me he's been doing audiobooks. I mean, anything that has to do with music and sound, Brandon can take care of it for you. He is located, his actual address is 25 Sweetbriar Road, Suite B9, Greenville, South Carolina. You guys give Brandon a call. You can find him on all the social media platforms as well. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for joining me today here, Scott. We really appreciate and look forward to hearing the great results for Coffee for Change. Thank you for coming. We'll see you next time. Bye.